no longer together. She worked at a Haagen-Dazs and there was something about that shirt, uniform, conforming to the curves of her body in ever perfect way. Then her leaning over the barrels of ice cream asking what flavor I wanted. And I always wanting say you, but her manager was there. So I just ordered and went about my day. Edit. Wow. This is by far my most upvoted comment. Thanks Reddit. That's downright poetic. They never dated, she just quit once he got weird.
Claim your free AirPods today by clicking the first link in the description down below.
It's hard to put into words, but I will try. I like the idea of a man knowing he wants to duck me, and when he's horny he sort of just slides my leggings and panties down, and bending me over and just going at it with no regard to what's going on around us. Like if we have to pull the car over, just to have X bent over the trunk of the car, just because he was horny. I sometimes find myself fantasizing about like being part of a room full of girls that are naked on their hands and knees. Not in any private way. Just next to each other. The men can come in and have X with the ladies just as stress relief or whatever. And then clean up and leave. Never told this to anyone /r/for use. Might be around what you're talking about. Edit. Looks like this is in fact exactly what a lot of people were looking for. Glad I could be of service. Wow. I've seen that sub mentioned before, but assumed it was for open source software or something. Yeah, all got some softcore fetishes. Except that ant guy. Now I've gotta keep reading to find the ant guy. I know a lot about ants. I really like watching solo stuff. I want to watch my boyfriend wank. Or hump a pillow. Or duck a melon or something weird. When he goes down on me and he thrusts against the bed a little. Ugh. Yes. Something about the desperate yawn in it maybe. Edit rip inbox. As expected. To clarify. He knows I love to watch him. Just not the inanimate objects thing. But thanks to you all I told him. And he said he'd duck a melon for me. 10/10ths confession. Dude. Ask him, he won't mind. Ask mine when we first started dating, so that I could see how he likes it, and adjust my future handjob/BJS accordingly. And then vice versa. 10/10ths would recommend this tactic. It's very informative. Edit. Woohoo, my top rated comment is one about watching my ex wank. I should let him know. He'll be so proud. Sometimes when my husband goes down on me, I pretend I have a peen, and he's sucking it. I don't think I could ever tell him. Though. Edit. Is this what RIP my inbox means? Edit 2. Obligatory JFC. My highest voted comment is about getting my peen sucked. Edit 3. I can't go through all of these comments, but I'll answer the stuff I'm seeing the most of. Yes, I know what pegging is, and I also know my husband is not into it. No, I probably won't use a strap-on because I also know my husband wouldn't suck it. Which is also why I probably won't tell him about this fantasy of mine. I don't want that in the back of his mind. Potentially limiting future heirs at BJS. I want all the BJS. But not from any of the creeps sending me PMs. I'm very happily married and understand the limits set, as I would also expect from my ducking wonderful husband to know and respect my limits. Ah. I do this too. I told him. Now he calls me bro sometimes. It's fun. I think one time I drunkenly mumbled oh yes suck my peen, but then said it was nothing when he asked what I said. For the longest time I thought so meant superior officer. Ho oh 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 oh. For the longest time. If you say goodbye to me tonight. I get turned on once a year when she touches my peen by accident. I laughed. I cried. Her sister. Half of her friends. Amputees. So literally half. In terms of just raw biomass. Probably like 60% from my experience. I gave my GF a foot rub the other day, and I was already in a frisky mood, so this may have tampered with the outcome. But I really liked it for some reason. But I didn't admit it to her. She thought I was just being sweet, and that I actually didn't want to. It's a strange awakening, because I've never been particularly into foot porn. I just think my GF has some very lovely feet. Edit. The best possible outcome happened. Shortly after I wrote this I told her, and she was excited. Bless her kinky heart. This could not have come at a better time, since she just got a new job, where she stands all day and she's in need of some serious TLC. Seeing the person you love enjoying something can be a massive turn on. Precisely why I think I enjoy giving oral to girls. I think it's just seeing them enjoy it. I want to get ducked hard by a legitimate priest, evangelical his preference, while he recites Old Testament or Revelations passages like a Sunday sermon. Brought it up to my husband not too long ago. And after a pause he suggested that I need to calm the hell down, / This had me genuinely laughing. Discrete forest location / cave / cubby holes. Nothing wrong with liking individually separate and distinct spots. I love being choked with cock, but most guys are not too keen of it. Where are you finding guys not into this? Am I the weird one? As another girl who likes this. She's totally right. This is hard to find. Dudes do not tend to duck my throat the way I want it done. I guess I slept with a lot of nice guys who are afraid of hurting me in some way. I have a slight thing for cowboys. There's something very attractive about a cool, handsome gruff cowboy with a nice southern drawl. Think the good, the bad, and the ugly era Clint Eastwood. But I know that if I tell him, my beautiful, beautiful boyfriend will take it too duckine far. He will wear a cowboy hat and assless chaps. He will talk dirty to me Larry the cable guy. We'll be duckine to country music. I hate country music. Bless his heart. But he would use my simple attraction to cowboys as a way to absolutely mess with me. And that beautiful, beautiful ducking bastard knows this. I love that man. But I will never tell him. Also getting slapped in the face. This entire post is art. From your username to the complete 180 in the last line. Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube, 2001. Did you say Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube, 2001? I think you said Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube, 2001. I wish my so was into creamers, has so scared I'll get pregnant. Even though I have the birth control implant in my arm. Maybe one day. I have the birth control implant in my arm. Just have him come in your arm. Where the birth control is. Edit. This is now my top rated comment by a factor of over 5. I finally did it. Reddit. I finally figured out what you want. And delivered. This man ducks. Dude. Socks. I couldn't duck and tell you why. It's not feet. I checked. But it's not just any sock lying around either. It's socks on feet. They gotta be clean. Not sweaty or dingy. My preference is black ankle socks. But I'll swing through the rainbow and up the leg until they become tights. Tights are more of an underwear thing, if you ask my libido. I tried easing my last girlfriend into it. Mentioned that women reach orgasm easier in socks. I'll source that when I'm off mobile. She wasn't having it though. Kinda broke my heart. Socks occupy a lot of real estate in my head. I once was at a party. At a house with a no shoes preference. And this drunk friend of mine accidentally stepped on my foot. Our twin, cotton clad extremities just about put me on a passamaker. Edit. I looked for the sockgasm source but all I could find were crappy unsighted news sites that mention research at the University of Groningen in the Netherlands. It's that women climax easier if their feet are warm. That will probably be easier to find sources for. Hair pulling and pretty intense biting / scratching / grabbing. I know it's not uncommon. But the last guys I've been with are so uncomfortable with actually biting / scratching with force. I'm not asking for you to make me bleed, dear god no. But I like a little pain. 2 girls I've been with really liked aggressive biting and hair pulling. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. The thought of going a little too far and legitimately hurting them was too much to ignore. Still kinda bummed about it. Edit. Spelling. Me, in the mirror. Naked. I duck me. Duck you. Wait. A while ago he sorta gave me a Santa kink as a joke, because I thought it was weird and gross. I want it to be gone, but I don't know. I think parts of it are still there. It started when I was sitting in his lap and he jokingly grabbed me and moaned, "What do you want for Christmas, little girl?" in my ear, which got me wet instantly. That was more the fact that he was so forceful and was moaning in my ear and breathing down my neck. But it was so funny that it turned me on that he kept doing it. I started calling him daddy as payback because he hates it, but if I say it right he'll get a conflicted boner. He'd whisper/moan things like "You're Santa's little ho ho ho" while holding me tightly because he knows I love being called his itch. Slut. Ho. Or whatever. Anyway, when I really pushed how I felt with the daddy thing, he stopped. But I think parts of it are still there. Thinking about him in a Santa costume with like a fake beard that's pulled down so I still see his face is still something that maybe kinda does it for me. Not as much as something like a cop hat and aviators. But I mean, I enjoy a bunch of parts of it. Ho ho ho. Here comes a white Christmas load of eggnog. Straight from the source. Are you finished yet? This could totally be an amateur pasta. Being a sub. He's so sweet and wants to take things slowly. I don't want to be taken slowly. How is he supposed to know? Take a wild guess and risk the relationship going down, or play the safe game and go for the long run. Unless you tell him, he won't make any of the stuff you want. Her leaving me alone. Being told I'm beautiful. Repeatedly. It's embarrassing even to type that. Same. I just like being told I'm attractive. Since I don't normally feel that way, it's not like I could actually tell myself either. Because then I'm stuck with the dilemma of, is this genuine? Or is he saying it because I told him? 100% honest with everything else. But this is my one fault. I showed this thread to my wife and she said she wants me to put band-aids on her vag. Just cover it in band-aids. I'm not doing it. Edit. Good lord. Reddit. The woman was joking. I think. You better bandage that pussy up good. God damn it. Tickling. My last partner certainly suspects it at this point and has straight up asked. But I've never actually told anyone. My boyfriend loves to tickle. He says someday he's gonna make me piss myself, but he hasn't gotten there yet. Oh god, I hate being tickled. I once headbutted my wife when she was tickling me on accident. I can't stand it at all. Oh god, so many things. Call me a whore. Come in my face, I want to comb it out of my eyelashes. Make me call you daddy. Duck me with the windows open. Eat my ass. Duck me raw. Pull my hair. Gag me with your peen. I want to do it in a park. I want to do it straddling him in the passenger seat on the side of the road. Essentially he's very vanilla, and I'm trying to find ways to interest him into maybe more risque things. That used to be my GF. Then she became a mom and I have trouble getting her to do half-hearted missionary. How old is your kiddo? Our ex-life took a year plus to get its shit back together. After our daughter was born. Don't lose faith. The number of wild lovers with vanilla partners in this thread is absolutely heartbreaking. Or maybe the partner is kinky too. But nobody is communicating. The sweet release of death. You come with padding for all those edges? Girls that dress and act like kitties. You're into ducking pussies then? God damn it. Geo home Toby. Being manhandled. Hearing him moan. Giving head and watching him get off to that. When we make hella eye contact. And come. I ducking love come. The taste. The smell. The way it feels. I ducking love come. This kills the inbox. Being called daddy. She said it once in the heat of passion, and it was so hot. Other girls I've been with run with it, but I haven't explicitly brought it up to her, because I'm pretty sure she'll laugh, and just not do it ever. Being of Hispanic descent, I feel the same way with papi, but apparently the GF is too racist, and thinks of scary Mexicans when she says it. Puts her out of the mood. That's pretty hilarious. When she doesn't yell at me for a whole day. Man, that is sweet. I like a lot of things. But one unspoken thing is I love being forced upon by my husband. He picks up on my cues so well. I really struggle and fight him off. He overpowers me every time. Obviously he knows I love it. But we don't talk about it. There have been a few times we've watched things that kind of talk about that kind of kink, and I just wink at him. I'm a really dominant woman in everyday life. I'm outspoken and speak up for myself/family. He's much more reserved. It's great having that flipped behind closed doors. How does one go about starting this sort of thing? I'd love for my so to do that. But he'd doubt that's what I'd want, unless I explicitly told him. It's the kind of thing I think you really have to communicate directly. Because it can appear to be such a moral gray area. You want to be clear with so that you're consenting to it. Maybe sit him down and talk to him about it. Come up with a specific cue, something like I think I left the oven on at you both know so. If you say it, it's your way of communicating that you're in the mood for this type of play without having to awkwardly talk about it immediately beforehand. Also, please make sure you come up with alternative sappy words that both of you are fully aware of. Kink.com uses colors for their performers. If they say red it means stop. Yellow means slow down/ease up, and it's a good system. Since you're playing with something where legitimate withdrawal of consent could be misinterpreted, you want to have a clear way to communicate it should you need to stop for real. Edit a word. Scottish accents. I've tried to subtly bring it up, but every time he seems like he thinks I'd leave him for Richard Madden or something. Guys, do you think if I buy him a kilt, he'll get the hint? I can't get him my family's tartan. What do